time. It's better like this. So we're here with Darcy Tucker today, doing a private autograph signing. Obviously, we can't run public events this year, but we got a chance to ask a few questions so our fans can hear from Darcy. And
Thank you.
Darcy, so why don't you tell us a couple of your favorite memories of playing in Toronto?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think obviously some of my fondest memories of my whole career were playing with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I remember the day that I got traded from Tampa Bay. There was actually a snowstorm in Toronto here, and I wasn't able to get in for the game that night. But what a fond memory for me to have it happen. My father grew up a Leafs fan, so to get traded to Toronto Maple Leafs is probably a great memory in my career. And then the time that I played here, we had some really good teams with Matt Sundin and Gary Roberts and Shane Corson, Ty Domi, Travis Green, Brian McCabe, Thomas Cavalry. We had some really good hockey teams here in Toronto and did some good things in the playoffs. So a lot of fun memories in the playoffs as well.
I was telling my team here about the autograph sign we ran with you, one of the first big ones at Pickering Market, and I thought it'd be great to talk about that because I really recall this, and it was an autograph signing that was promoted by the market, and they were giving away the autographs, and when we showed up, the line inside the building was in circles. Remember this?
Yes, absolutely.
And shout out to Vito if he's listening to us, because couldn't have done it without him. And the other thing I remember about that so well was somebody putting the baby on the elevated table and walking away to take a photo because we weren't doing photo ops that day.
Yeah.
And like me and Vito were scared this baby was going to drop off the table, right?
Yeah, lucky I think I had actually a couple of young kids at the time, so I was pretty good with babies, so it went over okay. It was a really nice day to have that many people come out and get to interact and have some fun and chat hockey and talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs and what was going on with our team at the time. And like I said earlier, we had such a great group of guys here, and the fond memories that I have and the friendships that I made over that time were just outstanding. So yeah, it was a fun day, and we had some very nice people show up. It was crazy, the lines, but we got through everybody, and it was a fun day.
I remember having it a few times, and it was really amazing how many fans would come out to meet their player, and that was my first foray probably into the modern athlete as opposed to the legends, the outsiders that we started working with Bobby Bond, who was our first signing.
Yeah, you know what? I find that the legends, now that I'm retired and get the opportunity to spend time with guys that played hockey for the extended period of time they did, and then to obviously get inducted into the Hall of Fame and their careers and have conversations and chat with them. We're really close with Lenny McDonald now that we do a bunch of work together across Canada with Rogers Hometown Tour at Scotiabank when it's viable to do so. Right now, obviously, we're not doing too much, but we still have Zoom calls and things of that nature. And every time I see Lanny and get the opportunity to chat with him, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Lanny's one of my favorites too. My mom grew up telling me, when I grew up, my mom would tell me how much a fan Lanny was. And
yeah.
When I got a chance from mom to meet Lanny for the first time, that was a real special moment for me in this business. It really was.
Absolutely. I think we all have heroes as even as hockey players. I grew up idolizing Wayne Gretzky, and when I got the opportunity to meet him and chat with him was just an eye-popping experience for me. And you know what the best thing about Wayne is the fact that he remembers everybody's name. He has conversation with you, and he reverts back to the time that he saw you before. So he obviously has a photographic memory when it comes to certain people's faces and names, that's for sure.
That's amazing. My favorite was Tony Esposito when I was growing up.
Yep.
And the first time I got to meet him was really, I was definitely tongue-tied that time.
Yep.
And one of my memories with him was having him and Phil, we did a signing in Chicago. I guess this was 2004 or 5 during that lockout year.
Right.
And so we had all these Chicago Blackhawks at the National doing a big signing. And we did a dinner at Tony and Phil, and like to sit there and tell stories and hear them at dinner it's a really good environment, especially as a fan. And
well, I've got some amazing Tony and those stories. Obviously, Bill was my general manager when I was in Tampa Bay when I first
Of course,
was
yeah.
traded there. So, yeah, he has such a passion for the game, and he's such a great man when it comes to telling stories and helping younger players through some difficult times. Because obviously, he had played the game at the highest level, and you know, he has such a passion for it, like I said earlier, that he was very easy to talk to about hockey and life in the game.
And he really built that Tampa franchise. That was his baby from day one.
It
right?
was so, and
Yeah.
he's very, very proud of it till to this day. Yeah,
right?
he still does a bunch of work down in the Tampa area in hockey, and yeah, his experience, like I said, being not only the general manager of the team, but starting that franchise out from square one was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was. I remember that very well. Right when they had Manor Young as
Yeah.
a promo, and
Well, Phil ahead of his time, obviously. You know, I think anytime you get the opportunity to build a franchise, and you know, female hockey is absolutely amazing. I don't know if you watched the other night the game at Madison Square Garden, but it just goes to show you how far the female game has come in a short period of time, and their skills are just outstanding. And it's fun to watch them play. It's there was
passion for the
hockey.
game,
Yeah.
and for the country. And well, I wouldn't sit here and tell you that I follow women's hockey that well. We've worked with a lot of the women after Olympics and Hall of Fame inductions.
Yep.
And I think it's a great thing that the Hall of Fame opened up to both more foreign and a female component.
I absolutely agree with you. I think the game has really opened up over the last number of years, not only from a skills perspective of the young player, but the fact that the Hall of Fame has inducted numerous players that were in the female game, and obviously numerous players that were in the international game as well.
Yeah, we have had Haley Wickenheiser out multiple times, and watching little girls meet Haley, and little boys, and see the gold medals and hear her talk, it's really, really amazing.
It is, and like I said earlier, with my work with Scotiabank, I get to spend a lot of time with Cassie Campbell Pascal, and just her stories about her journeys in hockey, starting out in Brampton, to the fact that she was on the Canadian national team and the Olympics and things of that nature, just extremely amazing to listen to. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Darcy, want to thank you so much for agreeing, to talk to our fans and coming out. You want to talk a little what you're up to these days?
Yeah, sure. I've got a couple young gentlemen that are playing hockey. So one's down right now in the U.S. Playing hockey, and then I've got a younger one here in Toronto who is playing here in Toronto and is in his OHL draft season. So a little bit of obviously missing hockey at our house right now from that aspect because they're not getting on the ice, but I'm doing some coaching with them, and so yeah, I'm having fun with my children. My daughter works here in Toronto, so she's been at home a lot during this stay-at-home order, so we've gotten to spend a lot of time making dinner and having conversation, and it's always nice to reconnect with your kids and family. Over the course of time, you play a long career like I was fortunate to have. You don't have some of those different times where you get to spend time at home and have dinner conversations. So it's been great to have those.
Certainly, one of the silver linings of COVID is how much time I've got to spend with my family and my son in particular as well.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing in this whole thing is to try to take as many positives that you absolutely can. And another positive, we're getting to watch our great Leaf team play this year, and wow, it's been amazing to watch the developments of this young group over the course of the last couple of years, and then see it kind of come all full circle back to kind of a team like we had between the early 2000s and the mid 2000s. So hopefully the gentlemen can get to conference final and beyond, and bring the ultimate prize home for.
It would be nice
City
to
of
have a
Toronto.
parade
Wouldn't it?
down Yonge Street.
Even if we can't be there, I'd love to watch it on TV for those young gentlemen, and you know, even the older guys that have come in from other organizations that haven't had the opportunity to win a Stanley Cup. Hopefully, like I said, they can get it done.
Yeah, it would be nice. All right. Darcy, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.